Hey everyone, I hope you all had a fantastic weekend and I hope that it isn't too echoey in here. My kitchen is a little bit echoey, but I've got a lavalier mic. Hopefully that eliminates most of it. As far as tech goes, I'm getting the Hoppage game capture card tomorrow, and this is actually an older game capture device. It's much older than the Elgato game capture card that I've got, but it will allow me to record, hopefully, from the PlayStation 3, the Wii U, the Wii, PlayStation 2, etc. So it should allow me to record from older game consoles using a component cable, and it will bypass the whole HDCP copyright protection thing. So fingers crossed that arrives tomorrow. Fingers crossed all the cables are there. I've also been looking at some Thunderbolt 3 docks. This is something that I looked at in the past and I decided not to get it at the time. But I've been thinking about it again and how it could kind of complement my PC setup upstairs, and just make it a little bit easier to connect the devices and put in my memory card, lots of different things like that. So I might do that something like that in the future. But in this video, what I would like to do is do an update about my running and how it's going on. And I've had a little bit of a setback, quite a big setback actually. Well, I'm hoping it isn't as big as I think, but as you guys know, I signed up for the Manchester Marathon. This is the first marathon that I've done in 5 years. It will be my 4th marathon. Now, the Manchester Marathon is the first one that I did, but I was thinking about doing a different one, but my friend was wanting to do Manchester, so we signed up together. And we signed up quite late. We signed up with I think it was about 10 weeks to go when we signed up. As I stand here right now, it's less than 7 weeks, 7 weeks yesterday, I think it was, to the Manchester Marathon. And unfortunately, I've picked up a little bit of an injury. Now, this is very frustrating because the way that my running was going, for at least for the first couple of weeks there, I felt that if everything continued the way that it was going, I thought that I was going to be able to do sub 4 hours. I thought, the way that I'm going, the way that my fitness is improving every week, I thought that I was going to be able to do sub 4 hours, and that's ideally what I want. That's ideally what I want. But it's been kind of thrown into disarray. And this is something that all runners and all, every sports person, everyone that does any kind of challenge or anyone who's into fitness, this is something that you kind of need to deal with. Injuries and injury management is kind of part of the game. Now, effectively what happened is last Wednesday I went out and I did an 11-mile run. Now, for half of that run, it was torture. It was really just difficult. Now, it wasn't because of my injury, which is my Achilles. This is the injury that I've got. I've hurt my Achilles tendon. It's quite a bad injury actually. But that's not what was wrong last Wednesday. I felt a little bit of a niggle in my ankle, but the main problem that I had with the run last week when I ran 11 miles was my piriformis, and I've spoke about this before. It's a muscle in your ass, but it joins to the sciatic nerve, and I had this same injury running all my marathons before, and it really did hinder me. And what happens is when it gets sore, when it gets really painful, I can't run fast, or I just can't do it. It really slows down my pace, and this is what happened last Wednesday. I was running, I was going at a good pace, and then it got sore, and then I should have been doing 10-minute miles, and considering the pace that I've been doing recently in different runs, we did like a half marathon in like at 8:45, 8:40. 10-minute miles was easy, but at the end, the average was like 11 and a half minute miles. It was really, really slow. And at the end, I was just kind of like this. I was struggling and a lot of pain. Now, interestingly, the next day, my piriformis wasn't that sore, but my ankle was agony. I don't know how, because after the run, my ankle felt okay. But the next day, my ankle was really bad to the point where I was struggling to walk properly, and I was, kind of hobbling about. I did a circuits class in the morning. I was careful right enough, but at night time, I did a kind of boxing class. And again, I was careful. I wasn't doing any running. I wasn't doing anything silly. But I think just walking about and all that still made it worse. So I've maybe pushed myself back another day or two. But since then, I have been proactive. I got a pack with 3 kind of ice packs. I've got one in the freezer just now. So I've been icing it, and I basically ice my ankle like for 10 or 15 minutes, and I've been icing it like 5 or 6 times a day. So I've kind of been sitting on the couch, which isn't good for my piriformis injury. Sitting on my ass, it's not good because it kind of shortens the muscle. But I've been sitting with my feet, well, with my left foot elevated. Now, as far as what this means, well, I'm trying to look at the bright side at this point. I'm trying to stay positive at this point. It's this kind of part of the running schedule where you really don't want to miss any training. Now, my friend Scott has missed about 2 weeks of training because it's bursitis in his knee, because basically, I think it's like a ACL injury or something, I think. But he's not been able to train for the last 2 weeks. And it's really difficult because the miles really step up. So, you know, before I did the 11 miles, I did a 7-mile run the night before. And I think that's kind of where the problem started. I ran that a little bit too fast. The previous Sunday, I ran 15 miles and the run went pretty good. I went faster than I thought I was going to run. It went well. The problem is I didn't do the 15-mile run there on Sunday because I'm still struggling to walk. And on Sunday, it's supposed to be an 18-mile run. So the next 2 weeks supposed to be 18-mile runs. And then I don't know if it's something else, then it's a 20-mile run. But this is the problem. You know, I'm at the part where I need to keep my fitness up, but it's not just my fitness. I need to step up the miles. When you're doing these longer runs, it's really hard to recreate it without running. You know, like my friend, he's been cycling, he's been doing the cross trainer. And what I did today, I swam. I swam, it was close to 4 kilometers. I swam for close to 2 hours. It was like, I think it was like 152 or 53 laps or something like that. But as good as that is, as fitness goes, as far as cardio goes, it wasn't even that tiring really because my fitness level was up. But as good as that is to try and stay on top of the fitness, it doesn't really help your running per se, because you can't recreate running. When you go out and run and you do a really long run, 13 miles, 15, 18, 20, what happens is at night time, your legs are sore. The next day, your legs are sore. But when your legs are sore, effectively what your body is doing is repairing it. It's making your legs stronger so that when you go back out there, you're stronger and you can run a little bit faster, a little bit longer. And I'm going to be missing that out for a week or so. Now, I've been very proactive the last few days. I've been icing as much as I can. I've tried to rest it as much as I can. I'm trying to stretch it. Not too much, because I feel that if I'm stretching it too much, it's actually painful. But I'm trying to be proactive. In hindsight, I probably should have been a little bit more proactive as far as massages go. So what I've been doing is I've been doing a lot of stretching, which I need to do for my legs when I'm running. But I wasn't getting a sports massage, and you kind of really do need to get a sports massage once a week to break down all the fibers and just to kind of maintain you and keep you okay and keep you going. I didn't do that, but I've stepped up now, and I'm going to get a sports massage on Wednesday in 2 days' time, and then I'm going to try and get one every single week just to get rid of all the the tightness in your legs. And you do get a lot of tightness when you're running about 40 odd miles a week and you're 5 days a week. And some of these runs are really long, your legs get really stiff. And when your muscles get tight, when you get stiff, this is where problems come in. I don't really know a lot about the Achilles tendon injury per se. This is the first time I've ever had any problems with my ankle. I've sprained my ankle before, but I've never had this kind of injury. It's a little bit different. It was really painful. And I've been looking online, I've been following the advice online. But I think from my point of view, I didn't really know the warning signs. But to be honest, there wasn't really any warning signs. When I was running, I had the problem with my piriformis, and maybe when I was running slowly, maybe I was changing the way I ran a little bit. Maybe it was kind of, I don't know, making me put my feet down in a different position. I don't know, but there didn't really seem to be any kind of warning signs as far as, oh, this is bad, you better stop running. It was a little bit sore, but there was nothing major. There was nothing that really told me you need to stop. It was only the next day that I woke up and the injury was really bad. But, at this point, I'm trying to stay positive. I think the next step is to try and get to the point over the next week or two where hopefully I can go out and do a short run, hopefully a mile or two, and just see how it feels. But I'm at the point, I'm still kind of sore when I'm walking, so I'm just being very careful right now. And hopefully in a week I can get to the point where I can walk and then I can run and then I can run further and run faster. But I'm still a little bit nervous at this point. I'm very, very nervous. But I am remaining positive. It isn't ideal at this point. It really isn't ideal because I've only got like 6 or 6.5 weeks. Really, if the last week you're not really doing much, so I've only really got 6 weeks of training left. This is the point where you don't want to miss any training. And I've missed about a week already, and I'm probably going to miss another week, I think. It could even be 2 weeks, worst case scenario. It's not ideal, but I've signed up. You know, I've booked my hotel, my train, I've booked everything. I want to do it anyway, regardless. But worst case scenario is I do the marathon, but if I miss too many weeks of training, the sub 4 hours could be very close to impossible, if I'm honest. It could be close to impossible, but that's okay. And I'm quite flexible with my goals. I knew that if I got injured, if I get a major injury where I was out for a few weeks, we only had 10 weeks, I knew that if I couldn't stick to that schedule, I knew that I wouldn't be able to do 4 hours. I really knew that there wasn't a lot of wiggle room. So I'm not too hard on myself. I've been here before. I know what to expect. Yeah, so it's a little bit frustrating, but at the end of the day, you do as best as you can with these things. I've been stretching, I've been eating good, I've been sleeping well. But at the end of the day, these things kind of happen. I don't think you can really beat up yourself too much about it. You know what I mean? It's not like I'm going to the Olympics or that. You know, I've signed up for the marathon. I will do it. If I do it in 4:15, 4:30, or even 5 hours because I can't run because of my ankle, or I can't run because of my piriformis, fine, so be it. I just have to, you know, make do with what I've got. But I'll see what happens. I'm still in a kind of, I'm not sure how things are going to go over the next few week stage. So I'll see how things go. I've been quite good though. I've been out and bought more of those bandanas. This was the one that I've been using for years. I bought this one, right? This was a tenner, as we say in Scotland, but this was £10 or £9, sorry, from eBay. And it's like, you get it for cyclists and all this, and it's like a bandana you have when you're running. But that was like £9. I got this one. This was like £170, and this is very similar to this kind of material. This was £1.70. So I've actually ordered another 7 of these because I'm sick of washing them so often, because I'm doing washing. This is the one thing they don't tell you when you sign up for a marathon. See, because I've been running in the rain, and you know, you've got your undershorts, what do you call them? The thermal leg, thermal trousers. My brain went numb there. Thermal trousers, I've got the shorts, I've got a t-shirt, I've sometimes got a jumper on and a jacket because it was so cold over the last few weeks, and because it was snowing and because it was raining. I've been doing washings nearly every single day. I'm sick of doing washings and doing laundry. Oh, it's driving me nuts. So when I saw it, and basically I've got 7 for about the price of 1. So yeah, I've ordered lots of these new bandanas. Anyway, I digress. I'll try and do another update at one point, guys, and let you all know how I'm doing, and let you know how the running's going. It's a little bit frustrating, as I said, because the running was going well. I was pretty much on target. I was getting faster every week, and my legs were coping with it all. But until then, until I get back, I need to keep icing, and hopefully I'll get better. Thanks for all the support, guys. When I did the last few videos about running, you guys were really supportive and wished me all the best for the marathon. But, you know, it's a little bit of a setback. I'm not too disheartened at this point. And I'll just do the best that I can do. And that's all I can really ask of myself, and anyone else can as well. So thanks for watching, guys. I'll keep you all updated, and I'll speak to you all very soon. Take care.